Big Gamer out here. How are you guys doing today? I'm super. Thanks for asking. Today, guys, I'm going to bring you a review for Weeping Doll on PlayStation VR. It's a game that's been out a couple of days now, and it is a horror puzzler of sorts, an adventure game title. Now you can pick this up at the moment for about $6.50 in UK or about $10 in the US if you're a PlayStation Plus member. So if you're going to play it, this is the time to do it. It is cheaper at the moment. Now, at such a cheap price, does this game offer good value for money? You would think maybe it does. Now, unfortunately, guys, I'm going to tell you the running time for this game. If you're good at puzzle games, you're probably going to do it sub 1 hour. If you're like me and you're not so good, maybe it's going to take you maybe an hour and a half just to go around and figure out some of these puzzles. But the experience in total is quite short. The game it reminds me most of is something like Layers of Fear. But what I found is the environment it's housed within, even though it's a house like Layers of Fear was, it's much smaller environment. You're kind of restricted to 10 or 12 rooms, and moving around the rooms in VR is quite intuitive. You get to almost slide your character around, and when you see the footage, that isn't actually a ghost, that is your character, and that's how you move your character throughout the game. Unlike other games like Loading Human, where you actually move your character around in first person, or games where you simply point and teleport, this uses a mixture of teleportation and of basic adventure game mechanics, so you can kind of move an outline of your character around and then teleport to that location. And once you're in location, you can use head tracking or controls to kind of spin yourself around and select items. Now, it does have quite a robust inventory system, and I would have been surprised that this wasn't actually planned to be a bigger game originally. It tells quite a haunting story, and as far as is it an effective horror game, it actually is fairly creepy, and the one thing it does carry off is it does have some atmosphere to it. Now, this can be ruined to an extent by the visuals. The visuals aren't the greatest. It is a touch blurry in places, but it's by no means the worst looking VR game I've seen. But there is something slightly low rent about the whole thing compared to a few of the other titles I've seen. It doesn't quite have the visual fidelity of something like a Until Dawn Rush of Blood, for example. But it is a cheaper title, so obviously maybe we're not expecting it to be as high end as that game was. What I would actually put it down to is buying this game doesn't represent good value for money, because at an hour in length, or an hour and a half, however you want to see it, you're really comparing it to like a movie, for instance. Now, you could go and spend $20 to go see, say, Doctor Strange at the cinema this weekend, but the quality of the entertainment you're going to get from that would be much higher than what you can get from this. It serves its purpose in that it tells a story, it is a complete experience, and it can be a little creepy, but by no means this is the best horror title available on PlayStation VR now, and neither is it the best adventure style game either. So you're kind of left at, in a way, if you need something to play in VR, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it doesn't represent good value for money even at $10. To be honest, this could really be a $2.99. I know that sounds ridiculous, and I don't want to tear down the developers here, but a fair price for this product is probably $2.99 in the UK, like $4.99 in the US. This should be a $5 game, and from there I could give it more of a recommendation. But as it stands, from going through the game and experiencing it the way I did, I can't recommend it at that price. I'm actually going to give this game a 4 out of 10, and I'm going to say to you guys, unless you see it fall in price, maybe it's worth steering clear at the moment. If you've played everything in VR, you just need something to play, at least pick it up now if you're a PlayStation Plus member, and get like kind of 20-30% or whatever the saving is, and just pick it up now while it's cheaper. Alright guys, feel free to like, comment and subscribe if you want me to keep bringing you these reviews.